Right, so hello everyone. Welcome to Sunday Night with Hilly, and we are here for HRF1 short qualifying 50% race at Spa-Francorchamps, Belgium. Hello Brian, and thank you for doing that, buddy. I saw your message in Discord. And right, so I've gone live a little bit early tonight. Well, no, actually, I'm not about the same time actually, but I'm not live early to do a interview tonight because I've gone live early because I'm using a new app, Racing League Tools. Those that aren't familiar with it, but it's an app really. Well, it's an app where you can run your championship from, but you can also use it as a commentator to give you a lot more information about the drivers on track and their cars. So it's really handy to have, but this is the first time I'm using it tonight, so hence why I've started a little bit early so that I can make sure I've got everything set up. And I believe it is all ready to go. The only other thing I need to do is get onto Twitch on my laptop. It's awesome having super duper internet. I love it. My old internet, I can never even dream of doing something like this. Well, I was lucky I got through a race without cars teleporting everywhere on my old internet, to be fair. So, let's just go into this. Go onto the stream manager. And I'm going to see if I can give you guys a prediction. Right, I'm going to give you a prediction to play with if you want, guys. So, will Gunnar win? No, not win. Be on the podium. It'll be yes or no. And submission period is going to be, you've got about half hour. Should probably be able to go for an hour. Should be. Oh no, I think 30 minutes is the longest actually. Okay. I'll tell you what, I've got that set up. I won't actually press the button until we go into qualifying, so that it goes a bit longer into the stream. But that's all set up. You can use your channel points to have a bit of fun with that. Oh, Brian, I don't watch F1 esports, so I couldn't tell you, buddy. Clear who the favourite is? What do you mean by that, Whoopi? Well, he's my favourite this week because it took me 5 days to get you to give me some basic information this week. You're in a bad books, boy. You're in Ellie's bad books. You're going to get spanking. I'll see you. So, what have we got? About 5 minutes. I think I'm all set up. I think I'm literally ready to hit the go button. So, it's just a case of waiting now. I perhaps didn't have to sort of get ready so early. Do I come out? I think I've got to come out of that. Whoopi wants to join me on F123, do you, Whoopi? Are you already there? I'll send a game invite. He wants to play. Oh, he wants to play. There you go, Whoopi. I've responded and given an invite. I've been working. That's no excuse for you. Haven't been working for 5 days without a rest. Goodness me, as if you... Come on. Thank you, Brian. I should definitely... Yes, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, Brian knows I should be the #1 priority, without a doubt. So I don't think I'm not sure on. Do I need to... Because I quickly nipped into the practice to see if it was working, and it seems to be. But I'm guessing now that I come out of the lifetime as I was doing and go into a new one or something like that? Or does it just automatically go to a new? Doesn't seem to be an option to refresh it, so I think maybe it just does it itself. Oh, I can see what assists everybody's running. Haha, that's one thing I could see. Isn't that cool? That's just one thing. I could see lots more than that. The only thing is, I don't think we got everybody's in-game names right. I don't think everybody got them right on what they told me. For example, Monsters has come up as Ewan Graham, which is obviously not right. Don't you dare unsub. Brian, what are you running? No, I can't see you yet, mate, because it's from the practice beforehand, the information I got here at the moment. Until we actually get into qualifying, it won't update to the new session, I don't think. At least I hope that's what's going to happen. Expose Lance. Yes, I can. I will. I will. Don't you worry. I'll expose everybody. I might point out the non-assist runners, or at least the ones that aren't using traction. Just say, look, they're the real drivers of the league. But it's pretty cool. I have to say, it is pretty cool. And Brian, I don't know if you're still doing a bit of commentating, but it is awesome. Mind you, if you're commentating in Arc is a bit of a bigger league, so it might take some setting up for Arc. In all fairness, but saying that, I will be. I've said I'm using it first on HRF1. These guys are my guinea pigs, if you like, and I will be using it on my other comms as well. So I'll be using it on WAOF1 and PRF1 as well. We gave it a little test run actually on PRF1 because Clem got it as well for himself. So we gave it a little test run and it was pretty good. It might work better when I've got a co-comms that can sort of watch it a bit more, whereas obviously I'll be watching the screen. But let's try anyway. Yes, it's not an app on your phone, Brian. It's on a laptop. It won't work on it. You can't even get it on your phone. I don't know how to send a link to you. I mean, it's literally called Racing League Tools. And if you Google it, it comes straight up. Just Google it. It all feels a little bit complicated when you're first using it, but it just becomes clearer as you're doing it, sort of thing. Yes, with anything, you get used to it. I don't want to just tell you everything I can see just now because it kind of spoiled the surprise when I can use it in the race. So, but there's lots more. Yeah, do that, mate. It's any problems using it initially, just you can give me a shout. There is actually a Discord group for it. So far, I've not found the Discord group that helpful, but it's much more helpful if you know somebody who uses it that can help you with it rather than going through the group, I think. But here's what it is. Anyway, we've got all 20 drivers in already, and we are... Oh, it's already 8:01. God, time flies when you're under pressure. We have everybody in then. And there are some reserves tonight, guys, and the reserves, I won't be able to see their details, so... I don't think, in a way, that will happen. I think I'll only be able to see the full-time drivers that are giving me their details. Yeah, see, so that practice session is shown as disconnected. So once we go into this, it might take a little bit of information to get the a little bit of time to get the information up and up together, maybe. But it should switch to qualifying. I hope it will. So heading in to session then, and just a quick little recap of standings for you, if I can find it. You know what I'm like, as soon as I need to actually look at something I can't find it. Here it is, I've got it, wow, I've got it, yeah! Okay, so Gunnar leads the way at the moment. He's on 167 points. Corey is in P2, that's Gunnar's teammate, so 129 at the moment, but only 1 point ahead of Whoopi, who is up to P3 on 128. Then the young Bowden is 4th on 119, 116 for Chris, 113 for Craig, 110 for Falungis. Then there's a bit of a gap down to 8th place Hunter, it's just 78. But see the top 7 all pretty close at the moment, it's got to be said. Constructors Championship, obviously with the top 2 spots in the drivers, AlphaTauri are leading the way by a bit of a gap, 296. Alfa Romeo in second on 212, Ferrari 209, Alpine 187, Mercedes 184 is the top 5. Go. So hello James. Aha, yes, there is going to be a prediction. I have already set it up, ready to press to go. It's a race prediction, but I'll put it on now so that you can do it through quali. And you've got 30 minutes to make your predictions. There you go. How exciting is that? So, tonight's prediction is, will Gunnar finish on the podium? So, anyway, right, I haven't got the details. Look, I've got too many screens to look at now. I don't know what I'm doing. Right, I need to drive it its furthest round, which appears here to be Bartas. So let's go to Bartas. Now let's go back to that. Check. We are connected, and I do have details coming up on the screen for me. There we go. Excellent. So. Yeah, I think the app's just a little bit confused at the moment. Or it's not confused, it's trying to work out what it needs. So, in a way, on the Bartas, it's oh jeez, I've missed the whole first sector. That's right, left. I must admit, this is my least favourite part of the track. Very slippy through the right, left, right. And it's very, very difficult on last year's game. It's a bit easier this year, but that'll be good if I just have a feel over here. We'll go on then. Taking out 7th ideally. Right, left, then into the 2 right-handers. If you remember on 22, the second of these 2 right-handers was an absolute death trap. But it seems to be a bit better this year, and yeah, with the traction being much better for people. So that's heading up the back straight, which seems to be just as good an overtaking opportunity as the main straight, despite no DRS around here. Into what formerly known as the bus stop chicane. On police streams will always be known as the bus stop chicane. So that's across the line then. 144.3 to get us started. That's penalties on the right lap actually. He's on an out lap as well. Cannot find anyone who's not on an out lap, please. So that's long, she's clearly on the sunset lap. Carton King. Nice to see Carton King on track tonight. Haven't seen him for a while. Meanwhile, by the way, Volungus 43.6 has gone fastest. Corey 43.9. Long, couldn't get a proper time on the board. KK goes 144.0. Simspot 43.2. Teammate Chips 42.9. Two right-handers, the other puppy. And that's what happens working. Boomer goes fastest with a 142.651. That happened instantaneously when it came up on my screen, so that's good. It's updating nice and quickly. Swoopy goes fastest, 142.352. Down a little bit closer to where we expect him. Still expects faster than what we've got so far for pole position tonight. Bowser looking good here, 42.8, puts him in P8. Who's that? Somebody off track there, was it? Or was I imagining that? I was imagining it. Double right-hander then. Oh yeah, no, you're right, it is quite loud, sorry. There you go, that should be better. My apologies. That was because I had a race last night and my dad had the telly up quite loud, so I turned it right up. I forgot about it. It's everybody heading back to the pits by the looks of things. Shotgun. Is he finishing his lap? He is. On the mediums, by the way, so 144.113. That puts him in P12 for the moment. Checo, who's further around? Checo is. Right, James, it should be sorted now. Can you confirm that's a bit better? Or I've gone the odd way, I've gone too quiet. So, Checo just coming up to bus stop. And some good races recently. Let's see if we can continue that sort of form tonight. 44.2, it's in P13 for the moment. Go down to Lycoria, who we know is on a lap. That's good. Excellent. Thanks, Brian. Lycorius into the chicane on the medium tyres, by the way. Now, it's just a short session. No real reason for people to use mediums. I guess you only get 3 sets of softs, so if you're going to do 3 runs, I guess, yeah, you'd use a set of mediums. If you want to have a set of softs available for the race, fresh softs, obviously. Lycorius anyway, P30 and 44.293. Let's get to the Hunter. It is Checo's birthday today. Oh, you're gonna look. Just because I sang once, you're gonna make me do it again, aren't you? Every single time, so you'd be inventing birthdays to hear my beautiful voice. Hunter, back to the bus stop. guns. 142.9 gets in P5 for the moment. Nice lap from Hunter. Who else we got? Quite a few people on 8 laps. This guy's already completed. He's 90 at the moment. He's just going to the right, left, double right. I know some of the corner names, guys, but I don't know them all. Should be in an app. Phone for the chat. Fiction. Trying to do comms while changing between the cars. I didn't really bother to learn the corner names as well. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm doing them enough. Would be quite nice to have a co-comms, so it's James, hey? James, wouldn't it be nice to have a co-comms, James? So, Simspot, or X11, he's not at home, he's actually been on holiday, and he's racing well on holiday, so he's been on holiday for 2 months. He's going to be back home, I think he said for the next race, or the one after, I can't remember. But that's an invalidation, in a way. Let's go to Gunnar, who's just coming up towards the end of sector 1. What I can tell you at the moment is... Oh, my charger doesn't move that far, okay. Having a late oh, okay. No worries. I'll let you off. You just don't want to sing with me, do you? I accidentally come off a Gunnar then, I did, my apologies. Yeah, one thing I can say at the moment, Volundis and Checo are the fastest drivers through the speed trap at 348 kilometers an hour, both of them. Clements is... no, actually, Clements isn't. Clements is second slowest. The slowest through the speed trap is Boulange, who's 339 kilometers an hour. The 9 kilometer hour difference between the fastest in a straight line and the slowest at the moment. As Gunnar comes out the chicane, head to the line, 2 tenths up, and goes P3. Brian, by the way, went P1, 141.796. That's a big jump up from the others so far. Just down a tenth. Chips, by the way, is a no assist user, so he's completely assist free. He has validated that lap. Find somebody else that is maybe improving. There is Wookie in P2 currently on a 42.352. Sorry, I didn't notice he'd invalidated. My apologies. Longus having a little run off track, but I think he's doing that to allow other cars through. Grade was up. Looks like he's essentially having internet connection issues there. It's Craig. Around a bit. This guy's 4 attempts up through sector 2. Through the bus stop then, and what sort of time can he do 142.470. That puts him P5, up 2 places. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's find a driver. Let's say Simspot, shall we? He's about to cross the line, so let's do the hilly hot lap. So across the line we go, DRS open, down into turn 1. Into the hairpin. Cut a wide line and turn in, open up the steering so you can get the best acceleration you can. Straight and into Eau Rouge, flat out in the drive for Eau Rouge. Really isn't any problem on this year's game whatsoever. DRS opens again, tiny little right-hander, flat out obviously, up to the end of sector 1, where he's just almost half a tenth down. We're going to Castle, is it? So I can't remember what we called Castle. Somebody told me the other week and I've forgotten already. Anyway, down into the fast left-hander, usually taking him 5th. Head down to Pouon, as I say, usually 7th for Pouon in qualifying. You may see people, in fact, Simspot there using 8th for in qualifying. You may well see people using 6th in the race. The right left, still quite slippery around here, so you've got to be a little bit careful. Late turning into the first of the 2 right-handers, keep the car to the left, just in, so you want to be just sort of touching the inside curb, allowing the car to open up, take all the straight line speed it can, all the way up the back straight, through the flat-out left-hander. Would be down 7th for the race there, but then into chicane. You need to be on the really tight on the first part of the chicane so that you can open up for the exit. Still quite difficult getting the power down on the exit of the chicane over the line. 142.6 for Simspot. That's put in P7. Decent lap. 20 traffic going out the pits. That's a bit of a strange one. Gaza retires. Are we nearly the end of this session already? Goodness, we are. Let's fly. Flies by. I'm still a little better than normal. Are you sure? What, because of the sound of the cars, or you feel like my actual voice is turned down? So, 2/10 improvement for Hunter on his final run is P8. Chip's just coming through a Rouge. This was retires out. I guess the game's still overpowered. Okay, I'll just turn that down quickly. I think that's what I usually use, to be fair. So I'll only go down to 1 notch. So there we go, James. Hopefully that's a bit better. Stick with Chips and watch him through as Boulange goes fastest, 141.727. Brian is in the pits. I don't think he probably thought anybody was going to get close to him, but Boulange does. Chips that are on move here. Quite a bit of wear on the sides, 9% wear. Almost 10%. Was up through sector 1 by 15 thousandths. Improved again through sector 2 with green. At the moment the improvement would only be, well, in fact it would only improve his time. It wouldn't gain him any places, depending on what sort of time gain he may be able to make in the final sector. Chips, oh, he stays P12, but does improve by just over a tenth. Nice, a tenth from Chips. Down. Chemnitz is up, P15 at the moment. Certainly, driver you'd expect to be in the top 10 quite comfortably, really. Yeah, that's better, excellent. Thanks, James. Then into the 2 right-handers. He's at the moment just over 7 tenths up. That takes him to a 42.7. He's looking around about he's looking around about P10. Unless he does gain a bit more. I suspect he's going to go somewhere around P8 or P9. Here he comes. Yeah, P9 for Clements. There it is. And we may have someone else. Here is Gunnar. Second of our prediction this evening. And he's going through sector 2. I didn't get a sector 1 time. So, I'm not sure. I think he might have improved slightly then. He's still P6 though. No, he's not. He's 5th. He's done P5 at the death. Let's give him that slightly better chance at the podium. But it's going to be then. Congratulations to Belange, who takes pole position with 1 minute 41.726. Brian very close in P2, just 69 thousandths off. Whoopi P3, just over a tenth off pole. Then there's a half a second gap to Craig in P4, but that's a superb qualifying from Craig. Well done, mate. Gunnar in P5, Valunga 6, Gaza 7, higher up in recently. So yeah, Gaza seems to be getting some quali pace back, which is really good news. Corey in P8, Kevin's in 9, Simspot 10, Hunter P11 in the end, Twiglet 12, Lycorius 13, Chips in 14, Shotgun 15, Carton King in 16, Chip Van 17, Checo in 18. And the screen disappeared, but I can tell you it was Monsters in 19, Bartas in P20. So guys, it's going to be fun. It always is at Spa, let's be honest. It's a great race in real life today, and then hopefully we're going to get another one here. Recent forum in HRF1 would suggest that we wouldn't be expecting any safety cars, but you never quite know, not with a full grid. So any drivers listening, obviously wait for an admin before readying up, so don't do it yourselves. And we do take a quick break now, so I'm going to go and grab myself a coffee, so I'll be back shortly. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, back with you. As we look to just wait for the ready up from the admins. In terms of championship, qualifying turns out to be especially good for Whoopi and Gunnar, who are third and first in the championship respectively. Not bad for Corey either, who's second in the championship and so starting inside that top 10. So nicely. Then we got. Just realised we're missing Bowden tonight, aren't we? So that's obviously a big miss. He's fourth in the championship, and we're also missing Chris, I believe. Who's fifth in the championship. So a chance for Craig, who's obviously had a great qualifying as well, on 113 points. Literally 7 points today for Craig would move him all the way up to P4. And potentially further, depending on the race results of those above him. So, onto the formation lap we go. Lovely to see the formation laps back on. I know it's not a massive thing for a lot of people, but I think it is important as a driver. I don't know why. I can't really tell you why. I just feel that it is important to have the formation lap on. It's not just about trying to gain yourself an advantage by getting the tyres warmed up better than everybody else, but at the moment, Boulogne getting away pretty fast on this formation lap. Very fast, in fact. The others do need to be catching him up. He is the pace setter, and they are supposed to stay with him, so they do need to be catching him. So we won't be expecting him to go off like that on a formation lap, but the whole thing at the moment, see, the easiest way or the best way to warm your tyres on this year's game is to basically be full throttle, ideally with full revs, and apply around about 25% of your brake going down the straights. But really, Blanche doesn't want to allow them the time to be able to do that, so if he wants to stop them from doing it and he's on pole, the best way he can do that is to drive off, because they need to catch up to him. So, just to mention now, I've brought the tyres up on your screen. So the front two starting on the hards, then third and fourth on the mediums. Gunnar's on the hards, 6th to 8th on mediums, hards for them for Clements and P9. Sim's got on mediums, Hunter on hards, and it sort of alternates down. The bottom three are on mediums. Chip Van in 17th's gone for the soft tyre, so I can't imagine. Can't imagine he's going to look to two-stop. I've really thought about it, and well, I was talking to somebody who was driving here recently, and the two-stop should be possible around here because it's such a short pit lane. But the nature of 22 laps means it's kind of just not worth it. You just can't make the time up in such a short amount of laps, so yeah, just doesn't work really. And there's a decent enough view as the back is joining, and the lights come on. Four, five, and out they go. Away we go. Boulogne reacts well. Brian reacts well. Whoopi not too bad either. He may have a chance on the inside of Brian at turn 1. They're going to be having a bit of a drag race out of the corner, as it looks like Locorius is dropping down some places from turn 1. There is a yellow flag out. Bartas is out. And that is a safety car. Unusually, that is a very fast safety car, so which helps Whoopi as it enables him to consolidate that position gain. Who else managed to gain anything at the start? So Gunnar up one, it's a P4. We've got Sims puts up a couple, Twiglets up a couple. One each for Chips and Shotgun. Two for Checo, but the biggest gainer from the start is Monsters, up 4 places from 19th to 15th. So sorry for Bartas that the race has ended so early on like that. It is a full safety car. And any information I can give you at the moment? Probably not a lot, as this only just started. Yeah, really varying amounts of fuel in the cars, I can tell you that. Some as high as 25 laps, 26 laps even, for one driver. Two drivers actually, on that much. Varying right the way down to somebody who's just 23 laps, so quite a big difference in that. In the fuel loads, as Brian is into the pits. So, I don't see any contact between the front runners, so I think that's just a genuine pit stop. I don't think. I'm a little surprised. Surely the track position was worth more than sticking a set of mediums on, but you'll also. Well, I would assume he would go medium to the end. So, either that, or he does have damage, but it's not changed his front wing. But I don't think so. I didn't see any contact at all between the front runners, so not sure. Is the only one to pit? No, Checo pitted as well. No, he was a bit further down on the grid though, so it's possible he was involved with Bottas in some way. I suspect Bottas probably hit a car that had spun. That's my thoughts on that. I can't confirm that, obviously, but that is what I would guess. So only lap 2. I'm not expecting the safety car in this lap. Might be surprised, but it usually has to complete a full lap of the circuit, so you pick it up after the start-finish line, so it doesn't do that on the first lap. And having a look at tyre wear, the difference at the moment between mediums and hards is the medium guys are sort of 10%, whereas the hard runners are around about 7%, 7 or 8%. So a little bit of difference already, which is a little surprising. Probably more surprising to see that much wear on those tyres already. The lowest wear out there is actually Shotgun. On the hards, he's only on 6%. Actually, that's joint with Carton King as well. Sorry, that's not quite true, of course, because you've got the two pitters. And obviously. So, we do have a pitter as well in Gaza. It's in. Gaza in, and he is getting a new front wing. And he switches to the hard tyre. I'm not thinking there's much chance of going to the end from here on those tyres, so I think anybody who's pitted already will need to pit again. nature of this track. The tower is just too high around here. So yeah, let's make sure we're up the front somewhere then for the restart. So we should get going this lap, the end of this lap. So the safety car at all in the races is very unlike HRF1, but right at the start to South, it's just a really unfortunate moment for Bartas, which is happened there, but I can actually see it, so I can't confirm that. So, as for the predictions, right now, you guys will be spot on in ESP3. Bowden, so gonna win the race. Maybe you could have, man. I don't know. We are underway. We are under safety car. It's not the formation lap, so shame not to have you out there. So it's given an opportunity for somebody else to have a go, but I'd rather have you on track, buddy. There's the confirmation from race control then, safety car in this lap. And we can look forward to getting the race properly underway. I think. There was a turn 1, Bartas ended up retired in turn 1. But I didn't see it at all, but my suspicion is that I saw Lycorius dropping down quite quickly the order. So my suspicion is that I think Lycorius might have spun, and I think Bartas might have hit him, like driven into him. But I don't know that, I'm just guessing from the information I do have. So, we go then. Boulogne has caught him sleeping. He's pulled out 1.3 seconds on the 1.2 now on that restart. And he's caught Whoopi sleeping. Clearly not expecting him to go as early as he did. So head up to Eau Rouge for the first time actually under race conditions. So that's sort of ERS usage going on. Massive differences in straight line speed through the speed trap there. Longest pretty high. The highest though was Chips on 344 kilometers an hour through the speed trap. Let's just see if we got somewhere further down that's a bit closer than this. Brian trying to obviously make his way back through the field. Started on the hard tyre, came into the pits. That was from P2. He came into the pits to change to the mediums. Didn't change wings, so I don't think there was. I don't think it was a damage thing. So opportunistic overtake there. This pays off. Got to be a bit careful. The Chip Van though is a very good driver, a very aware driver. So it's the right guy to make that move on. Oh, and Monsters runs out wide. That allows Brian through, but I think it's going to allow Chip Van through as well. And in fact, it let Lycorius through as well. So that one little mistake from Monsters costs him 3 places. Whoopi sets fastest lap and gets ahead of Boulogne for the lead of the race. Two Alfa Romeos there, swap positions, but Volungus is getting a little bit stuck behind Craig. Sim spot through Eau Rouge, and he gets it into Eau Rouge, gets the move done, and Volungus follows him through. I think I've got this the right way round, I don't know. Well, I don't know, but now Volungus is in P4, Craig has actually got back ahead of one of the Alphas, so he's in 5, Sinspot P6. And oh, Volungus is out! make sure his car's already disappeared. So we got a second safety car. And this time Whoopi leads. Launch B2, Guna 3. It's not the start to the race with Aviva wanted or expected. You guys probably know better what happened than I do there, because I wasn't looking at the screen when the retirement happened. So you might have seen it, whereas I didn't. But, well, what about pit stops now? It's still too early. Quite honestly, it's still too early, really, to be making the end of the race from a pit stop at this point. You've got a better chance, of course, if you're switching to the hards, but my honest thought is there's too much risk in losing track position again. Brian's already made his way back up to P12, by the way, but it's not ideal for him at all. What I can tell you is that well, Whoopi is in. I'm not surprised. He was suffering a lot more wear than those around him. He was on 23%. The next highest, 22%, is Monsters, but everybody else is around 16, 17%. So, what a difference. So, I'll tell you one other thing this app tells me. It tells me when a driver is in AI or not. At the moment. It also tells me the exact pit stop times as well. Oh, they disappear though, so I can't still tell you them. Oh, Brian, earlier on you asked what assists it shows you as using. It shows you as using ABS and traction control medium. So you can let me know if that's correct. To answer the question of Lungus, obviously sorry to see you out, but to answer the question from Discord before, yeah, all your information's come up on my screen absolutely fine, so that Hertz thing, speed thing, doesn't make a difference that I can tell. I would assume with that, the better your internet connection, the higher you can have the hertz, but I don't think it really makes much difference. So then, Whoopi having pitted to the hard tyres is P8. Lungus just rejoined. Don't know. Right, through goes the safety car again, so which it has to in a way, as we know. No more pitters though, so no additional stops. So Brian, due to the pit stops ahead of him, is now back into P7. So he can be pretty pleased with that after dropping down. I think it was P18. I think he dropped down to. His teammate Hunter is in P5, and they are sandwiching shotgun at the moment. We got. So to give you an idea, the medium guys at the moment. So Craig and Corey on the mediums. Currently on 19 and 20%. Gunnar on the hards is also on 19%, so there's no massive difference at all at the moment. And obviously with the 2 safety cars now, fuel loads are way in excess of what they need to be. It's always that catch-22, isn't it, with the fuel? If you over-fuel, you can guarantee there'll be a safety car. If you under-fuel, you can guarantee there won't be a safety car. It's one of those catch-22 situations. And I'm told by a few drivers recently in the whole over-fueling, under-fueling sort of situation. Some very good drivers recently told me you may as well overfuel. It doesn't make a big enough difference that it's worth the risk to then have to lift and coast throughout the rest of the race. So I generally suggest making sure you have plenty of fuel in the car. So race control confirms safety car in this lap. We will get going again. Gunnar will lead us away. Craig P2, Corey P3. Actually, those guys. So our current top 6 haven't pitted at all yet. Neither has Monsters, who's in P11. Everybody else has made a pit stop. Wouldn't have thought any of them are going to get to the end. The only potential are those that have gone to hards on this safety car. So Whoopi, maybe, Twiglet, Chips, Chip Van, and Checo. All those are possibles. It is still quite a way to go, even for hard tyres around here. So everybody at the front getting away nice and safely. And it looks like they are at the back as well. Let's just pick someone with a good camera. So this is Carlton King in P12. See Simspot right on the back of him. There's a tyre advantage for Simspot, actually allowing him to do that. Come down to the right-hander, and Simspot gets the move done nicely on the outside. Just got a Brian who looks like he's getting very close to shotgun. Not any real tyre advantage here. 1% tyre wear between them. Actually, Brian on the medium, so his tyres will be quicker of the two of them. So it goes to the inside for the right-hander. I need a little bit of support from the other driver to make sure you don't come together there. And shotgun leaves plenty of room. And through goes Brian, up into P6. Whoopi followed him through as well, and it looks like Long's just going to try as well, and he does. All 3 of them get through in quick succession and cleanly. So shotgun might be a little run on Boulange to come back with him. So looks like those 3 have all got that done. Next for Brian will be Hunter, who is his teammate. So this could be the problem here for Whoopi and Boulange. You could find that Hunter is maybe really quite nice to Brian here, but not so nice to them. We have a yellow flag. I think it's turn 1, and it is Twiglet round. Can't see any damage on the car, so I don't think he's got any damage. Tell you in a second. Nope, doesn't have any damage on the car whatsoever. So Gunnar leads. Doing very nicely at the moment as Lycorius gets past Monsters. Lycorius on those softs. They'll last too long, I don't think. 15% at the moment. Completed 3 laps, but 2 of them were under safety cars, so won't be doing a massive amount of lots. But it should get him to an ideal pit stop time to go to a set of mediums or hards, depending on what he's got left. As Hunter becomes the latest victim of this train of fast guys making their way through the field. So, it hasn't really helped Brian. He's not been able to get away from Whoopi and Boulange while getting past Hunter and Kemmons. As DRS is now enabled once again, and Brian will be vulnerable to Whoopi. Stick with them, because I'm sure Brian may not only be vulnerable to Whoopi here. It's hard to imagine how he's going to be able to defend against either of the cars directly behind him. Here comes Whoopi then. You can see the overspeed. Boulange. There's the other side. Ooh. Never a nice feeling to feel like you're getting sandwiched in. But Boulange has to across the corner, and now he's getting a move down into the right-hander. Runs a little bit wide while leaving room, and through goes Boulange then into P5. Up into 4. Going along quite nicely on hards. I don't think for a second that the mediums are getting to the end. Hards are going to struggle to get to the end, but he might be able to do it. Oh, Brian's round. That's at Pouon. He's moving again and rejoins the track safely in P14. So, Whoopi now getting on to the back of Corey. Another close ones further down. We've got a run of them here, look. As Simspot gets past Hunter, but then Hunter able to get back past him. I think Simspot pretty much gave that back up because he was so close to the inside of the corner that was coming up. He wasn't going to be able to make it, but then gets him back on the exit. Hunter would not mind a driver that he may be able to stick on the back of here to give him DRS. It's kind of what Hunter needs. He's in a situation where he just could be at risk of getting swallowed up a little bit. Although actually the drivers directly behind him are roughly the same tyres. Whoopi through into P3 and Boulange follows him. Not really anything Corey can do about that. They both had DRS on him and they've got younger tyres. And they're now going to go after Craig, who is still very much on the back of Gunnar. So, at the moment, vast majority of drivers are in the red on their ERS usage. Whoopi's sort of between red and yellow. He's on 30, in the mid 30 percentile. You've got Kemmons and Shotgunner keeping theirs in the mid 60s. At the moment, we've got a yellow flag. It's a Ferrari. Not entirely sure which one, but it was one of the two. Oh, let's hope they didn't have it coming together. Isn't that your team, Bowden? So, since they got past... Gunnar's in. Gunnar's in. Okay. I guess we kind of knew he was going to be a sitting duck up the straight, so why not make the stop? Don't give him a DRS and let them continue to battle themselves. Take a stop, and I'm just trying to see where he might come out, and he is going to drop a long way down. Luckily Kemmons and Chips are in the pits, so I think he's going to come out. Yeah, he's just behind Twiglet, so on fresh tyres he's got a chance now. That's not too bad, because Twiglet is a little bit off of the cars in front, so Gunnar's kind of got a bit of space here that he can drive into in helping him to undercut. Again, this race really could come down to whether Whoopi can get his hard tyres to the end or not. How is he doing right now? Okay, 24%, 11, well, 10.5 laps to complete on him roughly. It'll be tough. As we got the yellow flag, and that looks like a McLaren. Oh, it's Brian. Another moment off track, and this time he doesn't have. He does have damage. Sorry, so he's got front wing damage, and I can see on my app it does come up. FW front wing. Sorry, Brian. It's obviously not a great thing for you, but at least I know how it works now. It's actually on your car, Volungus. It had FW after you crashed, but it also had AL or AI. AL, I think. Also, Carton King has got front wing damage at the moment as well. So, definitely at a point where the hard tyre driver should be thinking about pitting, and not the guys that started on the hard. So that's Hunter and Shotgun. They're doing the hard to medium. This is the lap 12 would have been the right lap, really. And he's made it back to the pits. Corey in the P3. He's stopping again. 12 laps on the mediums. Really good going from Corey. And Craig, sorry. So you would think. Yeah, so to give you an idea. Big tyre wear difference between them, by the way. Despite doing the same amount of laps, 6% difference in tyre wear. Corey on 52%, Craig on 45%. So certainly potential there for Craig maybe to go a bit longer. Could even do a soft medium, medium soft maybe. But for Corey, I think this is the end of the stint. Hey Whale, thanks for joining. Corey Goat, he is his legend. He is into the pits as expected, and Craig follows him in. So despite the superior tyre wear, he is following in Corey. And Gaza then and Hunter and Shotgun all go through. Presumably they're going to go on those hards to switch to softs. Or they're just going to keep going and hope for a safety car to keep them in those higher positions. One of the other suspects as we get a change to the lead as Boulange with the DRS makes the move. Annoyingly, I don't have Boulange's tyre wear, so I can't tell you what his are like. But, Whoopies are such at the moment that I think he probably can get those hards to the end. He's on 34%. I think it's going to be tough. I don't think the tyres are going to be good to get, going to the end. They're going to be losing a lot of time, but I think that technically he probably can do it. It's just making that decision on whether it be a fast way to do it or not, I guess. So Gunnar onto the back of Shotgun, and we'll make the move. See much new tyres for Gunnar, so well, amazingly doesn't manage to get it done. Shotgun defends it. Does have a serious ERS advantage, so up to there. Oh, Whoopi's in. Whoopi is in, so he didn't fancy the idea of going to the end on those hards. I think I'd have given it a go, just to say I did it. So he drops down then. He comes out P9 as Chip Van goes through just as Whoopi exits the pits. He has a big tyre advantage on the 2 cars ahead of him. But, well, 3 cars ahead of him now as Gunnar gets past Shotgun for P5. A lot easier with the DRS, of course. Will have been held up, though, somewhat by Shotgun, but it was for position, and Shotgun entirely within his rights to battle for that position. As Whoopi then gets past Checo, and he will be onto Shotgun. I would imagine within a few corners. Quite honestly, it's a second that he needs to make it up, but it will disappear. He's picked up a penalty as well, though. There's Whoopi. Oh, Whoopi, Checo and Hunter, the only... Oh, sorry, and Carton King, the only drivers with penalties at the moment. Have we got any other close battles going on? Yes, actually we do. Just as Gunnar gets past Hunter, who's still going on the tyres he started on. Just like Shotgun, they're both carrying those tyres through. Gaza pitted right at the start for his hard tyres. And he's one of the ones I can't see his tyre wear, so can't tell you what he's on, unfortunately. But have it. Just come down to Corey then, who is on the inside of Chitvan. Big tyre advantage. He switched to the softs, as did Craig. If they're working together, as they both did the same thing. Shotgun and Whoopi battling away side by side, and in the end Whoopi's tyre advantage, I think, allows him to get through the corner that much quicker and takes the position. And Hardy going, oh, there's a yellow flag now. Oh, Brian's had a moment of rouge by the looks of it. As Gunnar picks up a penalty. Picks up a penalty. I mean, I literally have no clue what the hell that is. But well done. I don't know what that is, but well done. Looks like there may be a penis involved. Which is always good, but not suitable for the stream, I'm afraid. So... Sim Spot is in. Presumably for a set of softs to take him to the end. Yeah, it is indeed. It looks like he's going to come out in P11, I think. Can't see anybody actually on track that's going to go past him at this point. So, yeah, so out in P11 for Sim Spot. And for a bit of damage limitation for the Alfa Romeos tonight. Somebody else has had a moment for a rouge. Looks like it's Twiglet. But, again, he's going, but he doesn't have a front wing. There's always a chance that could cause the safety car a front wing loss, but it hasn't on this occasion. So the chase is on. 5.5 laps for Gunnar to catch Boulogne with 6 lap fresher tyres. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what 6 laps looks like. In terms of tyre wear, I can tell you that Gunnar is already on 29%, so goodness knows what Boulogne must be on. Oh, now we got 2 yellow flags out at the same time, and it's the McLarens. It's Brian and no rouge, but I'm not sure the other one was the McLaren actually. I think it might have been Twiglet actually, because yeah, he's not got a front wing, so I think it might have been Twiglet rather than the 2 McLarens. As Clements making a move on Chitvan for P8. Just a going up to the chicane and has that done. Small DRS zone here down to turn 1. You don't really want to overtake in that tiny DRS zone though, because all you're doing is giving the DRS back for the coming out of Eau Rouge, so which you definitely want to keep. I'm not entirely sure what the point of that little DRS zone is, other than I guess to keep you on the gearbox of the car ahead. It's a little way back, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to get it this time. You'll see how powerful it is though. Have the gap roughly. So, anyway, at the moment, not really eating into that lead as much as he would need to, especially with the penalty. So things are looking good for the Boulogne if he can get those tyres to the end without them blowing up. I generally am not sure. So I can't see his tyre wear, but you would assume that it's roughly double Gunners. Even if it's double Gunners and a little bit less, then he still must be in the mid-60s at least, as we lose Brian in the pits. Has had enough this evening. It was a tough night. Very well in qualifying, but just the race just didn't go well this evening. But that happens. Yes, you could. Yeah, if you got rear wing damage, Brian, you can definitely retire. James is going to lose his points. Not yet, mate. Not yet. You're not. Oh yeah, no, yeah. No, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, you bet on him not to make the podium, didn't you? So, I wonder if I can. So I've been just concentrating on this app. Let me go back to that. Have a look. Where do I find it normally? I always. No, it's not that. So Whoopi is getting back into P2. In there. Ooh. What on earth's that? Oh, it's that, isn't it? There we go. Oh, it was 50% yes, 50% no on the prediction. Oh. Why is it being silly? I don't know what's going on. Alright then, anyway, yeah, I could tell you 2 people voted yes for Gunnar. So Gaz is still out on those hards that he pitted to under the very the safety car that came out after turn 1. He pitted to those hards. Was it, or was it second safety? No. I'm looking at the laps completed would suggest the second safety car, but I'm sure it's the first. Anyway, Whoopi is eating into that lead, but with that penalty, I think it's really all about whether Boulogne can avoid a puncture, which he must be pretty close to. I'm not going to lie, his tyres must be very, very close to picking up that puncture. His battle's going on elsewhere. Sorry, let's take a look at this one. This is Shotgun and Hunter, who were those hard starters that went really, really long on their stints. Mega Grip and Quali disappeared in the race. Wow. Something to do, I presume, with having really good grip in low fuel situations, but not high. I don't know, Ryan. I'm not one of the I'm not one of these that really understands it all, how the setups work and that, but I would assume it's something to do with that. But we need to watch this battle. It'll be 10.5 seconds now. He's definitely, time-wise, he's definitely not going to get in. It's just whether his tyres hold on. I'll take a quick look at the pens for you, James. It's yeah, 3-second penalty. They're all 3-second penalties, in fact, all of them. Interesting. Corey gets past Gaza for P4. What a race for AlphaTauri this is. And this is why at the top of the constructors, both putting in very, very solid performances. And to pick up 3 seconds as the Spartan King. Craig doing very well. What a qualifying he had. Put a P4 in qualifying, Craig. And a couple of places in the race, but still very, very good indeed. And Monsters, who's having a little go here, gets past Carton King. That is up 4 for Monsters in the race today. This will be the highest as far as he can go. The gap is down to 8.7. We go on to the final lap, and I feel that we should ride on board with our race leader as he looks to keep those tyres going. Didn't seem to live through over Rouge. He lost some pace by turning the wheel, but I don't think he actually lifted. It was a little bit of a surprise. Go save my points, Corey. He's not catching him, mate. I don't think it's going to happen, mate. I'll be honest. Might overtake there, but we are concentrating on this. Here is Pouon. You would think would be one of the most likely corners to blow a tyre. Right at the end. I don't know where that was actually, to be honest. I had to look at the track map, but it already disappeared. And 6 seconds to gap. Well, with the penalty 9.2. It's looking good for Boulange. Just needs the tyres to hold on. Do the flat out left, I would say, because the chicane isn't really going to be something that's going to test the tyres too much. What a job. I think he's going to be my driver today, in all honesty, the streamer's driver today. To take the medium 16 laps to win this race is a outstanding performance. So well done, Boulange. Brilliant, brilliant job. Whoopi is going to bring it home, P2. Great job from you too, buddy. I'm very good for the championship. Gunnar, P3, does stay on the podium. Corey will take P4. Gaza, oh actually, do you know what? Gaza is a shout for driver of the day as well. 20 laps he's done on those hards. And game places. Well, ultimately I don't actually decide the driver of the day. It gets voted for in the Discord. But my streamer driver of the day, yes, I've got a feeling it's his first ever league race win, so I'm going to give it to Blanche. But with a gigantic shout out to Gaza as well, who's done an unbelievable job there. Corey's done absolutely superb. Craig, yeah, some great drives out there. Nice to see Simspot in P8. He's a bit higher up than he's been recently. Or as I say, Monsters leaves the session there, so it's going to knock him down to P17, but that's not where he actually was. So, um, sorry, I didn't believe in you, Gunnar. I've learnt my lesson. Oh, Brian, 0 points, but at least got the prediction right. Yay! So, there we go. Shame I can't tell you what Boulanger's tyres were on, but they must have been in the high 70s, I reckon. And by the fact that Gunnar's on 56%, to at least have been in the high 70s. I reckon it must have been higher than that. It must have been centre hooks at the end. But, anyway, that's enough for the podium rubbish. Yeah, well, his tyres were about to explode. He did so well to keep them going to the end, to be honest. Let me try and invite you all in a second. There we go. Quickly nip to the race director and scroll through the instance so that the stewards have got them. Quite a lot tonight. Almost all of it exceeding track limits and the such, but still quite a lot. And there is that looks weird to me. Does that not look strange to everybody else? Am I on? If I clicked on something I didn't mean to, I don't know. It got everything in there anyway. That's the main thing. So.
Yes.
First yes.
Victories.
Well done, man.
Holy
Congratulations.
shit. After all the suffering, man. Yes. Fuck yeah.
Get in there. Congratulations.
GG. Thank you.
There's Gunnar as well. And let's have... Where is he? Whoopi, come on. I've already invited you once, Whoopi. Get your butt in here. Whoopi? Oh, I think I might have accidentally invited... Oh, no, I can't invite Shotgun, so it must have been Whoopi. I'll invite him again, just in case. Come on, oh. What do you mean you're not able to do podium comms tonight? How dare you? Alright then. We will just do the two of you. So, Gunnar, I'm not really sure where to go with you. You had a good race. A little bit lower in quality than you normally are, but then, you're still P5, I think, weren't you? So, it's not exactly, it wasn't bad at all. But, and you had a good race. I'm not, I think everything went pretty well. Just ended up on a different strategy to the other guys.
Yeah.
So they ended up coming past you with the fresher tyres, but...
Yeah, I mean, qualifying, I had a load of traffic on my second run. Then the third run, messed up turn one. Gained a lot of the time back, but I just couldn't. I only improved by not even half a tenth, I think. Just grabbed P5, but yeah, the race just started all right. But safety car, if I didn't mind the first one, it was the second one I was in an RM whether to pit or not.
Yeah.
And then I knew Junkie, like he was in the party. Corey said he was going to stay out. Lance said he was going to stay out. So I thought I'd just stay out and hope for another safety car. But another one didn't come, so kind of had to. Well, I was on the worst tyres at the end, wasn't I?
That's it. And there was a couple of yellow flags, but none of them resulted in a safety car. One could have. It was a loss of wing, and there was another yellow flag out. So I thought it was going to come out, but it didn't.
I think ultimately I used too much of my battery early on in the first stint anyway, because Craig, he was so quick on a straight line.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to try and break that DRS, but yeah, I just used too much of my battery as well, which wasn't ideal.
Yeah, I did notice you were pretty much out of battery quite earlier on, but yeah, I noticed at the end there your tyres were around about 59% at the depth, so...
yeah, they weren't that. What was the difference when Whoopi pitted, did you see? My tyre wear to his?
Yeah, Whoopi was really harsh on his tyres though, but he was in the 40%. He was about 45%, I think. It's all disappeared, unfortunately, on my screen now, so I can't see the tyre wear anymore. It's just got the final positions and all that sort of thing. But yeah, it's. But yeah, you're on 59%, and I mean, that's going to take me to Boulogne, really. So, Boulogne, I've got to ask, I mean, first of all, obviously, massive congratulations. Your first ever win in a
Thanks, man.
league race, I believe.
Yeah, yeah,
So massive
yes.
congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank
My
you.
driver of the day as well, streamer's driver of the day. But a massive shout out to Gaza as well, who did absolutely superbly. So, how high were they? Must have been about to explode, those tires.
Yeah. 5% tire wear. I was praying to God not to get a puncture. First
Yeah,
of all, I was on a higher wings. Whoopi and 80 Gunner was on downforce, high downforce.
yeah,
In the straight, they were gaining like 4 tenths, 5 tenths.
yeah,
But I tried to gain the maximum on sector 2, a lot of corners, speed corners, high corners, speed. So yeah, quite happy that
yeah.
first
So
ever.
you cut out a
Yeah,
little bit when you said how much percent they were. What percentage was it?
85.
Ah, right, okay, 85. Yeah, I
85.
thought they
Whoopi
must
just
have.
said it.
Yeah, I thought they
Whoopi gets a
must have
puncher
been.
for 76% in China.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
way it
yeah.
is. Isn't it? There was. I was saying it was when there was a few
Soon
corners.
I,
I thought last lap, if he gets through Eau Rouge and Pouon, he's probably okay. The last one is the flat out left at the end, but he had so
yeah.
much time he could have lifted. He could have gone down to about second gear and still finished first, so it didn't really matter. Um, but yeah, it's yeah, fair play to you
As
getting them
soon as I
round.
saw the Whoopi pit, I knew the victory was in my hands. All I had to do like drive safely, not to get track limits. Yeah, yeah, very, very happy with that. Like first ever victory. It's very,
Yeah,
very,
it's been a
very
long
happy with
time
that, man.
coming, but it was
Yeah, I
well
tried for
deserved
the
tonight.
past 8 rounds. Was
Yeah,
very suffering, but yeah, quite happy.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
That's who you should be. So yeah, congratulations, man. Um,
Thanks, man.
yeah, and as you mentioned about running the higher wings, I did notice. It's one of the things I can see is I can see the speed traps
Yeah, yeah.
on my
What wings
new
was
app.
you running,
So
Boulogne?
I did notice you were the
21,
slowest.
17. Yeah,
Yeah,
21, 17.
I was 16, 14 I was for the race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So okay.
Tried to
Um,
gain the maximum on sector 2. Sector 2 was like the golden stage of me, you know. Sector 1,
Yeah.
sector 3, Whoopi, if he did beat it, he would easily beat me.
yeah.
High tire wear, low tire wear, I don't know, man. He was gaining like 5 tenths in straight. You know what 5 tenths? Very, very. I was scared to be honest.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I did notice there was a lot of difference in tyre wear through the grid. Corey and Craig were running next to each other for the whole of the first stint, for most of the race really. But for whatever reason, Corey was 6% higher on his tyres than Craig was. Um, so interesting to see the difference actually. Um,
Yeah, I saw Brian retired.
Brian, yeah, he got rear wing damage in the
Yeah.
end and retired the car out.
Yeah.
Um, So yeah, he was struggling to keep it on the road. To be fair, he had a few little spins because of it. So probably better that he retired it and stops a potential safety car. So yeah, there we go. He says that's insane. Genuinely, the 85%, by the way. Um, right, okay, guys. As always, a massive congratulations to you and to Whoopi, of course, for P2. Does narrow the gap a little bit in the championship, Gunnar, but I don't think it's going to be making you
Down
lose
to
any sleep
37
or
and it
anything.
off 2 points gained on it, you got me.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I don't think you'll be losing any sleep over that. But as long as you keep nailing
Nah.
those sort of top fives, really, then you should be, um, well, it certainly keep you in the
Yeah,
lead
that's what
for
I said to
some
the
time to
boys.
come
Is
yet.
this point system is probably going to run out of DNF now, I think.
Yeah. So, but
Or
we don't
yeah,
want to
or
tempt fate.
two
So
shockers. You know what I mean? Like, but
yeah,
we'll see. Anything can happen, mate.
absolutely, absolutely. That's why we all love the sport. So, okay, guys. Well, thank you ever so much to everybody that's watched along with me and kept me entertained throughout. Um, hope you enjoyed it. Couple of early safety cars. Once we got past those, the racing was great throughout it. The safety cars were just unfortunate, but well done to the guys tonight. Thanks to everybody that's watched along, and thanks to everybody that watches the stream back at a later point. I really appreciate it, guys. So thank you so much. I will be back with you on Tuesday night for WAOF1. Other than that, have a good whatever's left of your weekends, and I'll see you soon.